President Potterfield for all he's done for Zaytuna in his support on the Hill, and previously President Donahue and Sister Marianne Farina and the other people of the Graduate Theological Union. What's happening in Berkeley, in some ways Berkeley is the canary in the coal mine. It tells us where we're going. I always say, George Bernard Shaw said when the end of time comes, he wanted to be in Ireland because everything happens 50 years later. But the worst place to be is California because everything happens 50 years earlier here. So you kind of know where you are in terms of where things are going in our country, because we started the organic food, which is now all over the country and all over the world. And we started even the alternative energy. We had the first major solar panel field right down the road. So it's fitting that the first Muslim liberal arts college should be in this state, and hopefully there will be others to follow. One of the things about the liberal arts is really it's an education in beauty. One of the things about traditional liberal arts colleges is they never read secondary literature, they never read second-rate literature, they always read the best. And the reason for that is that they wanted to accustom the students to the greatest expressions of human thought, both in its form and its content, because a lot of people don't recognize that form and content are both really important. One of the signs of our modern culture is vulgarity. There's a lot of vulgarity out there. And people have lost a sense of beauty. And for me, religion is a beautiful thing. There's a lot of ugly religion out there, but it's not really religion, it's the failure of religion. The prophets were beautiful people. They were physically beautiful, but they were also deeply spiritual, and they cared about people. They cared about the poor people. Most of their followers were poor people. Most of their followers were disenfranchised people. Among the slaves, the early Christians were all very weak and poor people. They weren't from the aristocrats and the elevated classes. And that's where religion traditionally thrived, and religion tends to be a source of renewal for people. When you look out there and you see a lot of nihilism and relativism and atheism and all these things, if you know history, you know that history has its ebbs and flows. It has its valleys and peaks. And this is a difficult time for religion generally, but it's also a good time because hedonism does not sustain people. People will never be satiated by the world. We have a tradition of Jesus in the Muslim tradition that says that those who seek the world are like those who drink salt water. It just makes them thirstier and thirstier. It never quenches them. One of our great mystics said, "Kullu ma tahwahu mawjudun fi dhatillah." Everything you desire is there with God. And I think this is what we need to remind people about, that come again, like Rumi says. The gospel says, "Come, all you who are suffering, and you'll find solace." And people are suffering out there. There's a lot of suffering going on. Marx is noted for saying that religion's the opiate of the masses, but he didn't actually say that. What he said was that religion is the sigh of the oppressed. It's the heart of a heartless world. It's the opiate of the masses. In other words, it numbs their pain, because the world is a painful place. It was designed in many ways to be a painful place because it's not our abode. We're actually aliens here. We're not meant to really ever be comfortable here, which is why we get things like bone spurs, just to remind us that the body, a toothache comes, an eye ache. We get all these pains because God really does not want us to be comfortable here. And so just give up this pursuit of comfort, because it is a pursuit that you will never arrive at. You'll never achieve it. And so instead of religion now, they give people real opium to numb their pain. They used to have religion, but now we have a nation of people that are seeking to alleviate their pain through real opium. And opium is a great blessing to remove pain in surgery and things like that. I actually once had fentanyl and had a spiritual experience on that drug. It wasn't a street drug. I broke my arm and they gave it to me in the hospital. But the point being is that we really need to restore the beauty of religion and remind people that it's a beautiful thing. It's not an ugly thing. And I think the Graduate Theological Union is an incredible example of all of these great faiths of humanity on this holy hill. And it really is a holy hill because we're showing the world that we can live together, we can support each other, we can be part of a family of religions. This was Gandhi attempted to hold India together because he wanted to see a nation where Christians and Muslims and Hindus and Buddhists could live together and not fight. But our enemy is ignorance, and that's why our Savior is knowledge. And the problem with ignorance is you can remove ignorance, but when it has a strategic alliance with stupidity, it often becomes a really difficult thing to deal with. So we've got a lot of stupid religion out there and stupid, we all do stupid things to humble us, but unfortunately some people, it becomes a bad habit doing stupid things. So this is a great blessing just to be up here, especially on this beautiful day, and I just thank all of you for the support that you're showing just by being here. And I really hope that we can live up to the aspirations of our community to making this place a real place of learning and a place of beauty and a place of tradition. Tradition, the best of what the past has left for us, conserving the best of the past, and grappling with the problems of tradition that each generation has. And just in conclusion, I just want to remind all of us, those of us who are Muslims, the thing I've always told people at Zaytuna is don't make any claims. One of the things about claims, the worst thing about claims is that we have a qaida that Sidi Ahmed Zarruq said, if you claim something that's actually yours, God will remove it from you because you claimed it. If you claim something that's above your rank, he'll expose you with scandals. So always claim something less than what you have, and he'll elevate you to a higher station. And we have the 11th hikmah of Ibn Atta'illah. He said, أدفن وجودك في أرض الخمول فما نبت مما لم يدفن لا يتم نتاجه. Bury your existence in the earth of obscurity, because nothing will grow that hasn't been buried, and the fruit will not be complete. So let's just stay as humble as we can, and humility is a beautiful English word that comes from the Greek humus, which is the soil of the earth. The Prophet ﷺ said, كلكم من آدم وآدم من تراب لا فضل لعربي على عجمي ولا لأسود على أبيض ولا لأبيض على أسود إلا بتقوى. And in a riwayah, ليست العربية من أب ولا إنما العربية اللسان. He said that all of you are from Adam and Eve, and Adam and they're from earth, turab. And then he said there's no preference of an Arab over a non-Arab or a black over a white or a white over a black, except in piety. So may God give us piety. May he bless this place. May he bless all of you. May he bless our country and restore us to sanity and to intelligence. May he give wisdom to the people that are put in positions of power over us. And may he guide our municipalities and our mayors and our police force. And may he forgive us our transgressions and our wrongs. And may he bring peace and sanity to places where there's war and insanity.
بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد بسم الله
Allahu Akbar.
Hey, touch this one too. For those who didn't get the pictures.
It was so nice. Let's do it twice.
They're working on it.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah khair. Please continue to visit with us in this campus and enjoy, and inshallah we'll see. And also come and picnic. Actually, the neighbors, we have many of the neighbors that come and walk their dogs and come around. Please make sure to make this your home, and welcome to everyone. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.